Yo, 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 we are back on Monday, this beautiful Monday. So, where are we right now? Okay, so we are in a trade. Last night was insane. We can see that my funds are back to where they were before Friday close, where I took profit and we went above the 2k mark. Last night we had a mare, man. We had a mare. So I'll have to make a short on how I basically my psychology went sideways, and went from I went from being composed to suddenly trying to eat like a seal, basically, because I got eaten by sharks. I was swept on one side, swept on the other, and yeah, it's crazy. There's an initial decision which was wrong, and that started a whole domino effect of incorrect decisions. Let me put up the chats briefly whilst I decision which was wrong, and that started a whole domino. I won't be on here long though. We are just we're just updating on this position, and then I've got a whole crazy amount of work to be doing today. I've got a plumbing issue where my plumber isn't replying to the fact I've got a broken shower for the past couple of days. It's pissing me off. I've got another plumber who I will call at some point. What the fuck am I doing, bro? I'm going to the streaming software, turn on the chat, properties, chow mein. Okay. The fuck? Just test. But yeah, we're not here for long, man. Right, so I had a crazy night, man. Such a crazy night. So I was up until like uh 2 2 a.m. or something, whilst I was just trying to like figure out what was going on. And then I went to sleep because I got into hella crazy positions which lost me like 5%, 7% even, because the one which I went to sleep on, it just fucked up. It screwed me over. I the whole session was just incorrect. And so what then happened was I went to sleep. Of course, I had like the strangest sleep ever. I was like in bed, and I suddenly like I opened my eyes. I was like pretty tired. Next moment, I was like, and I was just sitting there for like probably like a minute, like wide awake suddenly. It could have been the coffee, but I'm saying it's the money, because money definitely uh, induces adrenaline. It's very emotionally charging. And at that moment, when I had my eyes open, I realized my psychology was not good. Yeah, in that moment, I realized my psychology was really, really like not where it needs to be, because I know what that psychology is like when it's going well, and that is I am aloof, nonchalant, um, and I am very objective, probability minded. But like, I woke up in the middle of the night, I was like, holy moly, like, I'm I'm so motherfucking like emotional and irrational and erratic. So that was something which was very interesting. So I checked my phone at that point as well, and I saw that I'd hit stop loss. And this was at 4 or 5 a.m. or something. This is literally at this time, 4 a.m. Okay. And at this point, I I saw this, and I was just like, mate, like I might as well take my opportunity to take this sell if that's what I'm saying. Okay, so I got in and look, like I got in at the very fucking top because obviously I was taking advantage of the previous the the previous position which had been broken from, and like yeah, it's just a no-brainer to take this opportunity when there's so much upside or downside even. I mean, holy moly, look at this, mate. We're literally looking at it as it's collapsing. Um, so yeah, it's really it was really painful, the actual process of losing 7.5% before getting into this trade, which I'm still like not sure about, even though we're currently looking at some downward momentum. So yeah, we have a safe stop loss. I spoke to someone else who thought that liquidity would be swept above. However, I've also seen where liquidity hasn't even reached the order block before, and it just went. So that's another reason why getting in is preferable. I'm sure there's quite a lot of people who probably missed that, and I got in right at the top. Pretty crazy stuff, but you know, there's an element of luck involved, and where that's we want to be on the right side of that luck. So, you know, as much as possible without testing our luck. You know, we actually want to be analytical and on top of our psychology and risk management. And so, yeah, my psychology was really being tested last night. Like seriously, I don't know if it's my withdrawal from smoking, whether it's just I'm still calibrating my psychology after my holiday time. But yeah, it's just difficult, and so I'm going to create a short which just basically shows my erratic behavior, because I think that'd be really interesting to see how stupid it is. It was really stupid. Like I was actually yeah, I threw my hat on the floor. I was not happy, but I still kept it together. But yeah, I went to bed and I was having all these crazy thoughts, like maybe I should put my stop loss like really wide, and then I was like, no, let's just keep our calm. And so, though I lost what I gained on Friday, I'm still like alive, you know. So that's the thing that we need to be grateful for, is the fact that we're not we're not kamikaze, you know, because we've been there before, you know, to the point where we're like, oh, let's remove stop loss type shit. I had that thought, but obviously I'm never doing that ever again, ever. I'm never doing that ever again. It's interesting because I actually did it originally because Tori trades. Yeah, I rarely watch her, and I'm staying away from YouTube now completely. The only person who I watch is, I actually like watching Alex G. I think he's a solid guy. And obviously Brad G too. But Tori trades. She was doing a silver trade one time during the summer during the summer last year, I think, and towards the end of the summer, and she removed her stop loss. So a $40,000 loss turned into a $250,000 drawdown, and then she got her money back, and I think she got like $90,000 profit or something in the end. But holy moly, man, like taking off your stop loss is so dumb, mate. It's so dumb. So I'm surprised that Tory Trades even did that. Maybe she'd never done it before, because after that I was inspired to try it, and that's when I did that once last year. I did that in January this year, and I did it for a third time in February, and that's when I was like, I'm never doing this ever again, ever. So yeah, some crazy business. And yeah, that's all I got to really talk about. I've got a hella busy day today. I'm just sorting out all sorts of plumbing stuff, getting my money right, and all these little things which I need to sort out. Um, and yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. I've got friends as well who are just like they don't reply to messages. They send you a message and then you reply within like an hour, and then like a few days later, and then they come up with these like crazy excuses, like oh, I replied in my head, or some shit. It's just like fuck off, just get out of my life. I ain't about that. I'm trying to build something here, trying to actually like improve my discipline, and this lazy motherfucker is just saying like, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot, or something. It's like, bro, that's not a friend. That's that's someone playing games like a bitch, like a woman that you don't respect. Right. So I will head off, see how this happens. I think there's probably going to be a bit more liquidity that wants to be swept. Maybe mitigating this order block further. However, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down, which is nice. I'm trying to keep my arrogance aside, because obviously I'm on that side of the trend. Um, and yeah, man, maybe it'll just be a long day today. Maybe JPY will intervene later. We'll see, man. We'll see. There's not much I have to say further on. I see a message. A ghost, big up, man. We're back, man. Still waiting for myself. Yeah, respect, mate. Big ups, man. I'm not actually looking at the chat because I'm just about to head off. But I'll speak to you. I'll speak to you today anyway. Big man thing, and yeah, respect for clocking in, just briefly, and yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see. Um, yeah, big trade though. Big trade. 725. We're risking a lot too. Um, but yeah, it's just been a difficult night. Literally went to bed at like 2 a.m. after just some madness, and then at 4 a.m. I woke up, saw it hit stop loss, and then I just got back in because this was the original trade that I've been planning all week, and so yeah, that's just how it is. But like I was saying, I'm gonna create a short which will basically show my erratic behavior and something to reflect on, something other people can learn from. This is an educative. For some reason that sounds like a word. This is an educational channel. So yeah, learn from what not to do, and learn from the excitement of trading as well, in the in the respect in the fact that um, there's so many possibilities and so many factors that can affect each trade, each mistake, each opportunity. There's just so much to learn from. So yeah, mate, big ups, Ghost, man. I fucking highly respect you, man. And yeah, have a wonderful day. I'm going to get on with this work, try and chase this plumber. Actually, I've got a different plumber now because this guy, he hasn't answered his phone on a fucking Monday morning either. He's not even a plumber. He stops plumbing probably. So yeah, respect. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'll see you. Um, Maybe not today, but tomorrow, for sure. So have a wonderful week. And let's keep improving. The psychology was my down point last night. This is when I woke up in the middle of the night, like wide awake, like holy shit, something's wrong. And I very much know that mindset to get into, the psychological mindset, the good psychology. So I'm going to really hone that and teach that in the further the further live streams, because that mindset is like gold. It is like gold dust. You know, when you lose, it doesn't matter. When you win, you were prepared. Yeah, it's really hardcore G business, man. Yeah, respect. All right, have a lovely week, and I'll be back tomorrow. And I'll speak to you soon. Yeah, love, man. Big respect, and one love, my G.